Thank you for giving us the time to share some information with you about 3E, an exciting new initiative partnering Scottsbluff Public Schools and the Scottsbluff community. 3E stands for Every Child, Every Day, Everywhere, and that really sums up what the initiative is about. That every child, everywhere in Scottsbluff comes to school ready to learn every day. So how did the initiative start? Well, it begins with a great community partnering with a great school district right here in Scottsbluff. We've had schools, teachers, and students honored among the very best at both the state and national level. We've seen great gains in student achievement, significant increases in graduation rates, rising test scores, and athletic teams and activities that rival any school anywhere in terms of both scope and success. And most of all, we've got amazing kids who deserve everything we can do as a community to support them. Yet at the same time, there are still a lot of students who struggle in school. Why? Well, most oftentimes, it's at least in part because they are not coming to school able to focus on learning. Too many children in Scottsbluff have to deal with issues like abuse and neglect, hunger, homelessness, parental substance abuse, and domestic violence in the home. Schools provide a safe, supportive environment for our children, but kids are only in school about 11.5% of their childhood. 3E is about supporting kids 100% of the time they depend on all of us to grow and thrive. Every child, every day, everywhere. 3E was formed after Scottsbluff Public Schools sponsored community informational meetings with Dr. Greg Benner of the University of Washington and Dr. Josh Garcia, Deputy Superintendent of Tacoma Public Schools. Dr. Benner and Dr. Garcia shared their community partnership, the Tacoma Whole Child Initiative. The Tacoma Whole Child Initiative uses data to drive decisions as well as braided initiatives to create sustainable change both in school and in the community. Only 2 years into this 10-year program, Tacoma is already seeing rising levels of student achievement and documented positive school and community outcomes. Our own Every Child, Every Day, Everywhere initiative is focused on putting these best practices to work to benefit Scottsbluff children and their families. The mission of Every Child, Every Day, Everywhere is to align strategy, commitment, and passion to inspire a shared accountability throughout Scottsbluff that will fully support the common goals we have for our children. 3E is about setting clear goals to help ensure that all of our kids grow up in an environment where safety, respect, and responsibility guide both how they are treated by adults and how they themselves choose to behave and treat one another. At the core of this work is the establishment of a common community-wide accountability to and for all Scottsbluff youth. This commitment extends to schools, families, homes, businesses, local agencies, and organizations. It is intended to extend to both the public and the private sector. It is intended to provide a structure of common expectations of one another and of our children. 3E is a long-term commitment to making a real difference by establishing authentic goals and creating a community synergy around accomplishing those goals, measuring our progress, and sharing those results in a transparent and action-oriented manner. 6 subgroups of Scottsbluff citizens focus on the following priorities: community and health supports and services, safety at home, in school, and in the community, wide-ranging recreation and enrichment activities, academic excellence, creating a skilled and technical workforce, and early childhood care and education. These priorities each include specific goals and then measurements of how progress on each goal will be monitored. Just some examples of these goals and their measurements include: all children will benefit from disease prevention strategies and timely treatment as measured by the number of illness-related school absences. Juvenile law violations will be reduced as measured by the number of arrests and citations issued to Scottsbluff youth. The number of reported abuse and neglect cases will be reduced as measured by the number of such reports and citations. all students will have opportunities to participate in recreation and enrichment activities as measured by the number of students who participate in one or more community and school-sponsored activities. All students will graduate high school on time as measured by Scottsbluff High School graduation rates. All students will graduate college and career ready as measured by the number of dual credit and advanced placement classes they take at SHS and the number of formal credentials issued. All students will develop the skills necessary to be gainfully employed as measured by the number of graduates receiving acceptance into the military, post-secondary education, or obtaining living wage employment. Over 60 charter participants in 3E include citizen representatives from the Scottsbluff Police Department, the City of Scottsbluff, Western Nebraska Community College, Scottsbluff Family YMCA, the court system, multiple private businesses, a variety of public agencies, private citizens, and Scottsbluff Public Schools staff members. In other words, 3E is about all of us. All of us bringing a variety of experiences and perspectives, banding together to make a difference. One aspect of this commitment is the 3 B's. Be safe, be respectful, be responsible. And in many ways, this simple phrase is at the core of this work. It describes our expectations of how all children should be treated and also about how all children should conduct themselves. You may already be seeing evidence of how the Scottsbluff community is embracing this work as more and more businesses, agencies, government offices, gathering places and schools hang 3B plaques and display window decals that pridefully proclaim their endorsement of every child, every day, everywhere. The 3 B's are just the beginning of the work ahead of us. There are clearly societal factors that are harming Scottsbluff kids by way of poverty, crime, transiency, abuse, and drug use. These issues are far too serious to address by any single social agency or initiative. Law enforcement and the courts cannot solve our problems by themselves. Counseling and public assistance provide important but only limited impact, and recreational opportunities, camps, and activities can't do it all. Nor can our schools. It will take all of us. On an ongoing basis, 3E will share the goals and the measures that we have established as guideposts of our progress. Is crime up or down? What about abuse? Kids' success in school? Are they staying out of trouble? What about drug use, both by adults and teens? Mobility, transiency, health conditions, recreational opportunities, school partnerships, graduating with choices and opportunities? We will be taking a good hard look at ourselves by collecting data regularly, sharing those results, identifying our needs, and celebrating our progress, and ultimately, growing together. 3E is an ongoing initiative. It's a persistent partnership between a community and its schools. It's about making sure Scottsbluff is a great place to raise all of our children. It's about setting goals, being publicly accountable, and reaching those goals. This video is a beginning to a plan that by intent will evolve and change as we learn together and our needs as a community evolve. It's about the schools saying we are here for our community and a community saying we are here for you. It's intended to help harness the potential we have together to do things right so that every single child comes to school ready to learn and grow and dream, so that no child comes to school so worried about being hungry, being harmed, being hit, being ignored, or being taken away that just coming to school becomes so overwhelming or irrelevant that learning gets pushed aside, and right along with it, that child's future. 3E is about a common commitment we all make to one another for every child, every day, everywhere, and you're invited to be part of this commitment. And we need you if it's going to be successful. How can you become a part of this work? First, you can become part of the 3E team and sign on to be a part of one of our 6 subcommittees. If you're interested, please let us know today or contact the school district. We'd love to have you. Perhaps even more importantly, we encourage you to formally endorse 3E on behalf of your Scottsbluff business, governmental entity, service organization, health provider, house of faith, social service agency, you get the idea. Any entity that cares about our kids and is proud to say so. By doing so, you'll post a 3E plaque that states your own definition of what it means to be respectful, responsible, and safe in your location. You'll see many examples and ideas on our 3E website. You'll also receive a 3E decal or cling to place prominently on a door or window. You'll be saying you're part of a community partnership with its schools to make Scottsbluff a great place for every child, every day, everywhere. Next, mark your calendars for the next summer's National Night Out and be part of 3E's first annual celebration of our progress together. Finally, but by no means essentially, we are in need of moderate voluntary donations. While the school district is initiating this partnership, it shouldn't fund it. Costs for printing, data management, folders, plaques, certificates, communications, and all it will take to do this right are sought. There is no plan for a mandatory fee for endorsements, for example, nor will there be an active fundraising component of this work. Nonetheless, a donation from your business, organization, or yourself individually will be of great help to sustain this initiative over the coming years. If you'd like to help out, checks made out to the Scottsbluff Public Schools Foundation with 3E written in the memo line can be submitted in person or by mail to the Scottsbluff Public Schools District Office at 1722 First Avenue. So please, spread the word about every child, every day, everywhere. Check out the new 3E website at www.3escottsbluff.com. Do you know another group who'd like a presentation? Do you know someone who'd like to make an endorsement? Help us connect with others in the Scottsbluff community who care about these ideals. Thank you for taking the time today to learn about this partnership with Scottsbluff Public Schools for all children. This is an amazing town, in large part because we are always looking to grow. 3E can help articulate some very important goals for our future, and together we can reach those goals for every child, every day, everywhere.